Thanks. Thanks. Yes, trying to keep it clean is difficult.
Mm-hmm. It's coming off of Boston and everything. How do you just kind of recalibrate to come back home and into a more familiar environment?
I think, we just don't have a choice, right? It's like it's the nature of the beast in this league. It's, win, lose, at home or away, an amazing environment, poor environment. You don't have a choice. You just got to turn a page and you got to go to the next. And so I think for us, it's just staying focused on making sure that we're continuing positive progress. We know that Chicago's a dangerous team and that we've got our work cut out for us. And so trying to find the balance of getting our work in that we can and also rest and recovery. We got back-to-back this weekend and a back-to-back next weekend, 4 games this week, 3 games next. I mean, it's just, it's a brutal stretch for us. And so we've got to do a good job of balancing all that. Mm-hmm. I know you continue to say you don't love still what you've seen, but what have you seen that you have liked? Yeah, I mean, I like certainly when you have Marina, Ty, DB on the floor, they give you different spacing looks. If DB's at the 4 and you have those 3 on the floor as well, with whether it's V or Nay or whomever else, you can give teams a different look. Right now they're playing AT differently. And we've got to find a way to keep our floor space. We got to find a way to be a little bit more effective on the offensive end. So I like our spacing. I like our ability to put people in multiple positions. We just have to be able to find our spacing and find our timing when we do that naturally. Fortunately or unfortunately, we got to find it in real time in games because we're not having a lot of practice opportunity. There are a lot of things that we like. I think we're getting good looks, even though it's not perfect. We just got to finish them. I think we're doing a good job of getting to the free throw line. We got to finish them, right? We can take better care of the ball. Certainly, we can get out in transition more. But I think we're on our way. We've just got to fine tune. I think she just has a really strong knack for the ball. There are some people who just have those intangible skills that you can't teach. And, there is not one player on our team that if you ask them, like, who's going to have your back, they're like, oh, Breezy's going to, I know Breezy's got my back. I know she's going to be there. She's got good instincts. She's got a nose for the ball. Her timing is really good. She anticipates well. And she doesn't really get rushed, right? So she plays the play in real time, and she doesn't allow herself to get more at a frenetic pace on either end of the floor. So she's just, she does all those things, like I said, that you just can't teach. Mm-hmm. That's a great idea. I'm going to tell her that. I told her she owes me about $250 right now. That's a good idea. I think the biggest thing with Ty is awareness. She's a scoring point guard, and sometimes, and this is one area that I love that we have V and we have Marina because they can be other ball handlers on the floor. But sometimes you get so focused on running the team, on getting us to next action, on reading mismatches, finding who's hot, that you forget when you're open, right? You don't recognize when you're open. And I think for Ty, I want her to be a shot first point guard, especially after she's gotten rid of it once it comes back. But that's got to be a change in mindset for her. And it's a balance. I think she's better than she was at the beginning of the year. So positive progress. But coaches were greedy, and I want her to shoot every open shot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we're going to put her back in the starting lineup today. I appreciate that so much from DB. Look, she's a veteran in this league, 15 years in this league. She's played in a number of different roles. But she also understands that it takes sacrifice to position yourself to win. And the egos are aside, yes, but they're still prideful players and still have egos, right? So some don't like to come off the bench, some don't. Some want to finish the game, and I just think that making sure that everybody understands that there's a bigger picture. That we have 6 players who could potentially start. We have 6 players who are going to play starters minutes, but 5 can start and 5 can finish, and it's not always going to be the same. And having to be okay with that. Sometimes the game determines it. Sometimes their play determines it. Sometimes the matchups determine it. Sometimes the hot hand determines it. So there's a lot of things that go into those decisions. I don't know. Just being fully transparent where we are with that. We have to find a consistency in rotation more than anything. We've got to get some of our starters minutes down so that we can be more efficient. We've got to find the right people that can play together and give us the biggest impact on both ends of the floor without sacrificing too much on one end or the other. And that's not an exact science, and trying to do it in real time stinks, but I'd rather be trying to do that right now in real time with a team that has a chance to win a championship. So yeah, she's back in, and we'll continue to work at it. Oh gosh, I miss them. It's great. It's great to see Mo back on the floor, certainly. Both of them are 2 of I didn't coach them for very long, but 2 of my favorites. Just selfless, great teammates, great communicators, just overall good human beings. So it's great to see them. It's been a couple days. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just somebody asked me the other day just how it, like, why was it so exciting, and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's the Garden. Like, what do you mean, why is this? And there was 19,000 people there. Like, we've played in arenas that are like that on the road, but to hear the crowd, just loud for you, to see the intros in Boston Garden with the banners behind, right? Like, just the energy in the building, knowing how incredibly complex everything that had to go in with putting that on, and knowing that it was an absolute show. There's just a lot of gratitude, certainly, a lot of excitement. I'm still getting chills just talking about it. As someone who loves basketball, it was just, for me, I don't know if our players feel the same way, but for me, it was one of the most exciting opportunities of my career. I wish we would have played better, shot better, I should say. Wish we would have shot better. But at the same time, it's like, it is what it is, and we found a way to win. And I think that's the most important thing about this group is we're not always going to win the same way, but finding ways to position yourself to win, finding ways to win tough games and close games, is important in this league. Looking good. Looking good. Love the Rebel. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Thank you.